Now,
Yes,
please tell us something about yourself.
sir. Myself Pratik Srichandan. I belongs to Khurda. I have completed my board of secondary education from my native place, that is Kudiari, and my 12th is completed in the science stream from Eco Railway Mixed Higher Secondary School from Jatni, and I have completed my BTech as well as MTech from College of Engineering and Technology Bhubaneswar, which is now is known as OUTR. Presently, I am working as a junior administrative officer in AIMS Bhubaneswar.
Prior to that, you have also worked as assistant training officer in Director of Technical Education.
Yes, sir.
And from 17 to 19, statistical field
Surveyor.
software.
Yes, sir.
So you have completed your BTech and MTech also.
Yes, sir.
And why are you interested in civil service?
Uh, so in civil services, we have to do things directly for the peoples, in which we can able to do our things uh, which directly connected to the people. There are some services in which we can directly connect to the people, and some are in which we indirectly benefit the people. But by choosing civil service, we can directly impact people's life by doing some in helping in policy formation, can directly executing the things as directed by the government, that is going to help them in more beneficial manners.
So who is your inspiration behind your joining in the civil services?
Sir, he is Mr. M.D. Salim Golder, sir, who is he is now administrative officer in AIMS Bhubaneswar. When I joined AIMS Bhubaneswar, he was there, and by he is helping me a lot to know the things, to how to tackle the things. In fact, he is helping in me in the studies. He is my inspiration to do so, sir.
So originally you belong to Khurda.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the role of Khurda in our freedom struggle?
The most famous one is the Piker Rebellion, sir. That is started in the early 18, that is 1817, where the commander in chief is Bakshi Jagabandhu. His complete name is Jagabandhu Vidyadhar Mahapatra Brahmarabara Rai. Yes, sir. And his battalion is with one of the companion name is Jaya Rajaguru. There are three kinds of Piker rebellion, three kind of style they are opting. One is the archery battalion, and another is the sword and shield battalion. Another one is the group of people who are associated with guerrilla warfare techniques. And the mostly the rebellion start due to the some British policy in which they are abandoned to give something. They are denied to give the pikership or the ministership in the Raja Mukunda Deva. Sorry, sir, I remember this much, sir.
You don't feel any kind of nerves.
Yes, sir.
He comes from. So what is guerrilla warfare?
It is a technique in which the people who are doing, they used to hide in a jungle, and they try to hide and attack instead of a front to front war.
Is it just like surgical strike nowadays?
Uh,
Immediate attack.
Okay. Yes, sir. Somewhat it is like surgical strike, but the most different between the guerrilla warfare and surgical strike, the surgical strike are mostly done in the night itself, and the in guerrilla warfare it can be done in morning as well as night.
So do we consider the Piker Rebellion as the first war of India's independence?
Uh, though a state of Odisha government has S- I'm just not getting that word.
You can speak in Odia also, no problem.
Sir, ଯେମିତି
ପ୍ରଥମ ସ୍ୱାଧୀନତା ସଂଗ୍ରାମ ବୋଲିକି
सर ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट ये जिनसटा को दाबी रखी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट आगे बट ड्यू टू सम लैक ऑफ एविडेंसेस एंड लैक ऑफ स्क्रिप्ट्स अवेलेबल सेटा को मान्यता दिगला नहीं सर
एविडेंस लैकिंग थिला
हाँ सर ता पूर्वरु आहुरी किछि एमिति एविडेंस थिला जोटा कि कहला जे ता पूर्वरु ही बहुत सारा एमती स्वाधीनता संग्राम हो सारी सर से जोगु ताकू दिया पाए
आफ्टर 40 years 1857 revolt took place in 1857
yes sir
after 40 years of Paikari rebellion
yes sir
we consider 1857 revolt as the first war of India's independence Paikari rebellion
because it is sir because it is confined to the Khordha district itself sir that's why sir
yes it is not having an all India character
yes sir
it is localized movement
yes sir
it is limited within Khordha
yes sir
who you mentioned about Joy Rajguru
yes sir
so Joy Rajguru he was he met his death in 1804 and he became the first martyr of Odisha. Do you know it?
Yes sir.
He became the first martyr. प्रथम शहीद ही थिले
आज्ञा सर
जय राजगुरु
बर गछरे बांधिकी तांको फाड़ी दे
केमती मारिथिले कहबे
हाँ सर तांको माने जेते बेले बरुणी ये रे तांको धरा पड़ितला तापरे तांको नै कि गोटे बर गछरे बांधिकी तांको हाथ गोड़ ये करके मझिरु तांको छाड़ देला परे ये हितला तांको डेथ हितला सर
इट्स ओल्ड इनटू टू पार्ट्स
यस सर
So far as your special achievement, you have mentioned elected as assistant youth representative in Hemophilia Federation of India.
Yes.
Hemophilia.
So it is a genetic disorder in which some factors of the blood is not generated by the liver. That is known as hemophilia, sir. In fact, I am also hemophilic. I am a hemophilia B. My liver does not generate the factor 9 component. It is quite divided into three types of basically hemophilia A, hemophilia B and hemophilia C. And when liver does not generate factor 8, it is known as hemophilia A. When does not generate factor 9 or generate a little much of factor as per the standard label, it is known as 9. And in case of factor 12, it is known as hemophilia C, sir.
You are selected your Eastern Zone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In this, we generally represent the youth. They elect them, and we do work for a community like advocacy, like visiting to the government offices to provide free treatment and training the youth regarding the job opportunity. And the more dimensional area they can do so, and they can achieve something in life.
So my question is, what is the basic criteria, basic necessities or qualities of an administrative officer?
So the basic criteria of the administrative officer may be considered as a teamwork or a leadership quality. I used to prefer say that maybe because it differ from person to person. But when a leadership is there with the person, they will act as a team player in which sometimes they have to give direction or instruction to the subordinate to do something, as well as they have to be in the team and work with them for the benefit or to achieve the common goal.
So what are the qualities you possess?
So the quality I possess is the never giving up attitude, that is perseverance. Then I am a good team player, as well as I have the acceptance of a reality that sometimes we can achieve, sometimes we can't achieve, but we have to strive for the benefit of the people. So this much I can say, sir.
Thank you.
So, Srichandan,
Yes, sir.
you have opted for geography option.
Yes, sir.
Why? Any reason? Because you have completed your BTech and Tech in computer science engineering.
So the most genuine reason is, sir, I have done my BTech and MTech in computer science, but our state civils does not, or central civil services also does not possess a optional of computer science, sir. And geography is bit
Why geography?
scientific
Why
in nature,
not
sir.
other?
So it is quite scientific in nature, and it is considered as some part of science where we can apply some scientific theory.
Don't you think home science is also in scientific nature?
Sir, I have never gone through the home science syllabus, sir.
No problem. So, my question is from geography option. So, can you please explain about the growth pole? I think
Yes,
you
sir.
have read about
Yes, sir.
growth pole and growth center.
Yes, sir. The theory said that in the initial stage of development, we have to consider a center or a geographical location where we have to develop the things which is act as a growth pole, where the nearby area population will use to travel, that is act as a market. And with the time, that center is that geographical region is act as a center where all the nearby people used to travel over there, and the growth of the market is getting big larger and larger. The development is directly proportional with the population growth in that area. So this much I can do.
One simple question that between growth pole and growth center, which one is following the rule of centrifugal force and which one is following the centripetal force?
Pardon, sir, growth pole and growth center.
Between growth pole and growth center. कोउटा ताका भितरु किए सेंट्रीपेटल फोर्स को
Aye, sir.
फॉलो करे किए सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स को फॉलो करे.
So both of them are for centripetal force, sir.
Not exactly. Okay. Look into this because जो growth center अच्छी, right? Growth pole exactly. Growth pole जोड़ा अच्छी सेटा centrifugal force. जो कि industrial है centrifugal means investment and development से बड़ा सब बाहर को distribute.
I guess, sir.
And another question from geography. Can you please define that why we need to read about human geography? Why this is important for us?
The human geography is basically needed to understand the philosophical approach in development, to understand the people's need, orientation towards something. That's it why human geography is needed.
Only people's need.
So that cannot be confined into only people's need. It's also associated with the various models, various theories, like the calculative part, which is basically subjective in nature, sir.
How geography will help you for your future?
So if I am I will choosing to be in a part of civil services, it will directly benefit my geographical knowledge in the. So the approach by knowing the geographical aspects of the particular area, like I can be for the geomorphology part or for the climatic part. It is in the physical geographical part, and basically the knowledge of human geography aspects, where the people strata, knowing about the people strata, their ethnicity or their demand or the geographical minds and knowledge can help them in economical development as well as growth of the people, and which ultimately help in the development of the region and development of the people as well, sir.
Just giving an example that যদি আপনারা হেই এফটি সিভিল সার্ভিস
I guess.
right heaven be positive तो geography केमती हेल्प करबो जस्ट गिव मी एन एग्जांपल कि आपण सपोज अछंती ओडिसा रे
I guess, sir.
वैसे कि geography केमती भाबरे हेल्प करबो आपण
geography जदि ओडिसा रे अछि सर, ओडिसा रा रीजन आमे बेसिकली डिवाइड हो जाय छी सर, बट दैट वेस्टर्न पार्ट, ईस्टर्न पार्ट एंड द सेंट्रल पार्ट इज बेसिकली हमर जो हम सेंट्रल जोटे भुवनेश्वर हेरका एरिया रे जोटा कंसीडर करा होछि, दैट बेसिकली हमर आईटी हब, इंडस्ट्रियल हब मोस्टली ए रीजन में कन्फाइंड है छी. दैट इज नॉट प्राइमरी इंडस्ट्रियल रीजन्स बट फॉर द रिफाइनरी इंडस्ट्री, जेमती हमर बरुणई इंडस्ट्रियल रीजन जाउछि, बट द माइनिंग रीजन इज basically dependent on the our western sides. ए प्रकार नॉलेज जोठी कि पीपल कर नॉलेज आउ तांकर टेक्निकल
Only industrial. Don't you think it could be help? It will help you in the sector of like regional disparities,
yes sir, it will quite help
right?
us. Yes,
Regional disparities and all these things like settlements problems,
yes sir,
like rural urban fringe.
yes sir,
Okay, where
yes
this, can you give me an example of rural urban fringe? Just casually. जोटा हमको feel होची कि ये particular place को हमें कोई करेगा. This part is also we can say that it is rural urban fringe area.
uh, yes sir, it is available in the besides the Khandagiri sir. The way towards Chandaka divided there are small parcels of people that can be considered as a rural urban fringe sir.
Like in Nandankanan area, that part is rural area.
Yes sir.
And this part is urban area. Right?
Yes sir.
And the Chandaka road is
Is a mixture
like
one
mixture
sir.
of.
Yes sir.
Very good. And so from Odisha art and architecture.
Yes sir.
Temple architecture. Please say about the Odisha art and architecture, especially temple architecture. How many types of temple architecture can see here?
So the basically Odisha temple architecture is a mixed one. It is the Nagara style as well as the Dravidian style is mixed to give the formation of Odisha Kalinga architecture. But we are mainly dependent on the Nagara style, the Amalka structure or the Devuda style, the Nataghara, the Bhogaghara, the Garbhagriha is quite similar to the Nagara style, and the boundary structure is of Dravidian style, where the Gopuram sir, Gopuram
Gopuram, we can see here, Gopuram.
in some
Not exactly.
yes.
Kalinga style architecture, we cannot see the Gopuram structure. In southern area, we can see
Yes,
Gopuram structure. And, so, in which year we can say like Odisha became a total 30 district? In which year? And before that, how many districts were there?
Before that, it is 13 districts, sir.
13 districts.
But it.
In which year? During those time?
Sorry, sir, I can't remember it, sir.
1993.
The 1st April, they from which?
1993, we put next time. And in the beginning, how many districts were there?
Sir, 13.
In the beginning. Exactly. In 1936, 1936 केते district लगे थे? 5 districts.
Okay, sir.
Can you please explain about the Dandakaranya project, especially mentioned in the Indian geography part?
Yes, sir.
In your paper 2,
Yes, sir.
geography option. Dandakaranya project.
So Dandakaranya project is mainly the in which the 3 states are associated, mainly Odisha, Chhattisgarh, as well as some parts of Telangana, as well as Andhra Pradesh.
Odisha Chhattisgarh.
Yes, sir.
Bastar district.
Yes, sir.
Why it is so important?
Dandakaranya basic project.
The basic motive behind the Dandakaranya project.
One is the internal security in nature, that is where the left wing extremism need to be curtailed.
Let me just completely. Are you sure about that?
It is a one motive, sir. The economical development in the people and the educational development from the people can lead to be the less and helpful in the curtailing, but the main objective should be economical development.
Basically, it is a settlement of Bangladeshi refugee.
Okay, sir. Nabarangpur.
Bangladeshi refugee.
Okay.
And have you heard about the recent scheme regarding anemia? Odisha government has been taken like schemes like anemia to eradicate anemia. The name of the scheme?
No, sir.
Amlan scheme.
Amlan.
Amlan scheme. Okay. Then what is Kaya? What is full form of Kaya scheme?
Sakaya.
Uh, and the full form part or abbreviation part, which part is in Odia?
No, sir.
If we define the total full form of Kaliya scheme,
Yes, sir.
then one sentence or one word is in Odia.
That part is Krusok.
Yes.
Krusok.
Krusok.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And last question: what is the basic difference between civil servant and public servant?
The civil servant is mainly associated with policy formation as well as execution of government orders. Uh, uh, but the civil servant, we can mainly tell that who execute the government policies, while in a public servant, mainly we have to do our work for the public itself.
Means a social worker. Right?
Yes, sir.
In civil servant, we need the government staff. layman word like government staff को सरकारी पदवी दरकार so that हमें easily ताको करिपारिबा
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍
सर्व करिबा the public service ସେମିତି କିଛି
ଆଜ୍ଞା
social service.
So what is the paper which is published in your conference?
So it is smart agriculture using recent ICT, information communication technology.
Now, can you tell me some of the places to be visited in district Khordha? Historical places.
Yes, sir. If we start from our capital itself, it will be Lingaraj, Mukteshwar temple, then the Dhauli temple, the Peace Pagoda, and if we go for interior Khordha, we have Baruning Hills, Otri, Mangla Jodi, some part of Chilka is also in Khordha. If we directly go to our native place, there is a Bodhapada Somnath, which is near to the era of Puri Jagannath temple. Yes, sir.
So you mentioned Linga's temple.
Yes,
Who
sir.
built the Linga's temple?
Jajaji one.
You see, so far as the temples are concerned in Bhubaneswar,
Yes, sir.
ancient temples, all are dedicated to Lord Shiva.
Yes, sir.
But there is only one temple who is dedicated to Vishnu. What is that temple? And where it is? The contemporary temples
Yes,
which
sir.
are constructed during the construction of Linga's temple. One Vishnu temple is constructed. That is also near Linga's temple.
Yes. Rajarani temple.
No. Rajarani temple, there is no goddesses inside the temple.
Okay, sir.
Elamda Bindusagar.
Yes, I am
Prasad
not.
is available.
हाँ सर that is Lakshmi Narayan Ananta Vasudeva.
It was built by Chandrika Devi, the queen. Chandrika Devi. What is the importance of Dholi?
Sir, it is mainly associated with the peace where the King Ashoka is turned to be into a saint or adopted Buddhism mainly after the Kalinga War. The main importance is that it is a symbol of peace.
So Ashoka was a great conqueror.
Yes, sir.
So how he was converted to Buddhism? What led to his conversion?
Some philosophers claim that after the great Kalinga war, the war fought in near Dhauli, near Dayanadi, by seeing the blood flow of the so many Kalinga people, yes, he just converted to a peace.
So why a change entered? What is the thought in his mind? As a result, a change entered. What is his realization? Having seen the war site, 1 lakh people are killed, 1,50,000 are injured,
Yes.
many more are imprisoned. So having seen the war site, it changed into his mind and he realized. What is his realization? As a result of this, he renounced war, even if he became victorious.
No, sir, I know.
He realized that the real victory lies only with the hearts of the people.
Okay, sir.
That is when he renounced war. From Chandrasekhar, he was converted to Dharmasana.
Dharmasha.
He completely dedicated himself from the welfare of his people, for the propagation of Buddhism in and outside India.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you.
Okay, sir.
If sir,
No, sir.
so what is your impression? What is your feeling about this interview? What do you feel?
Sir, it is quite comfortable in front of you, but as a tendency of interview, I am quite nervous.
Yes.
But sir,
We
both
can
of
see
us.
the nervousness.
Yes, sir.
But your style of answering, it appeals to me very well. The way you answer the questions, it's very good. You're a little bit slow.
Yes, sir.
You can increase your voice a little.
Okay, sir.
Your style is same. Style is very good.
Okay.
In a very simple way, in a
Quite
gentle way,
decent,
in a very
simple,
decent way, sober way, you are answering all the questions.
Okay.
Just keep a smiling face. ଯେତେବେଳେ ବି ଆସୁନି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ୍ ଆନ୍ସର୍ କିଛି ଆରାମସେ ଏମିତି ଫେସ୍ ନ ହଉ ଯେମିତି କି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଲାଗିବ କି ପିଲା କନଫ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ହେଉଛନ୍ତି କିମ୍ବା ନର୍ଭସ୍।
ଏଇଟା ଆଉ ନଲେଜ ଟେଷ୍ଟ କରିବା କଥା ନାହିଁ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
they will test your personality.
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir.
You have already passed your test. Knowledge test they have already made. 2 steps you have already crossed.
Aye, sir.
Always think that you are sitting in front of the press meet. In this kind of situation, you cannot act like nervous.
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir.
ଆସୁ ନ ଆସୁ କିମ୍ବା ଭୁଲ ବି ଥାଉ ଯେଉଁ ଜିନିଷଟା ସେ ଭୁଲ ତ କରିବା କଥା ନୁହେଁ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଯଦି
sir.
ଆସୁନି ସେମିତି ଆମକୁ ଇନଫର୍ମ କରିବାର ଅଛି।
ଆଉ ଏମିତି ଭାବିବା କଥା ନାହିଁ ଯେ ମୋତେ ପଚାରିଲେ 15ଟା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ୍ ମୁଁ 6ଟା କହିପାରିଲିନି।
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir.
ନ କହିପାରିବାଟା ଇଟ୍ସ ନଟ୍ ଏ ମ୍ୟାଟର।
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir.
କିନ୍ତୁ how you answer, what you speak is not important. How you answer, how you speak, that is important.
Okay sir.
ସେମାନେ ଦେଖିବେ କି ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ କେମିତି ତମେ ଓଭରକମ୍ କରୁଛ ଲାଇକ୍ କେଉଁ ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ ସେମାନେ